Cool. That's cool. I like that. That's fun. It's enjoyable. Enjoyable gameplay mechanic. Yo, how's it going, Mav? Hope you're doing well. You see, like, this is... I don't know, man. I do not like this. Because I can't even, like, oh, okay. Let's go buy some more armor or something. Like, no. I have no dream of killing this thing. I liked in Final Fantasy XII, where the very first area you walk into, there's a T-Rex that completely annihilates you. But that's, like, he's not aggro, and they only do it that one time. And there's also some rare enemies that can goon you, but for the most part, that's the only time they do, like, a straight-up, you cannot win this fight. So that later you can come back and beat him and be like, oh, look at how strong I've become. But not some... And also, that was, like, a super obvious, don't fight that or you're gonna die. How's it going, Just? Oh, wait. I don't need a warp. But yeah, like, that was a more super obvious, not, oh, here's this ghost that's the same exact model as ghosts you've been fighting the whole game, but this one-shots you. And it's right next to an enemy. That's super easy. Like, that's pretty silly. See, Mark, able to give this sub to Just. So, now we gotta make a decision. Do I just teleport straight to the area I'm supposed to be in? Because that seems lame. Like, I feel like part of this quest is going through this glacier alive. That's, like, the whole point. I feel lame just teleporting right to the area. But I only have so many points to spend on warps. And then I'd have to get more. Which I think you can do by, like, killing big enemies or something. I didn't read all that. But on the... It sounds like you do these wanted encounters, and then that gets you more points. I get that you're supposed to sneak through, but, like, why? Like, why is it... Like, I feel like this could have been done much better. Either make the enemies, like, huge and scary so that you're like, oh, I gotta sneak past that thing. Or... like... make it more... make it, like, easier to see. Because if you're not a thief or a ninja or something, how are you supposed to sneak past this stuff? Use, like, an item? That seems silly. I just don't... I don't know. I don't like that as a gameplay mechanic for an MMO. Like, this isn't Assassin's Creed. I didn't boot up Final Fantasy XI to do a stealth quest. It's weird. Like, I don't know. It doesn't... I've never heard of a... Like, Final Fantasy is not a stealth game. It's just, like, it's weird. I don't know. That's the last thing. When I walk into an area in a Final Fantasy game and get smashed, my first thought is, this isn't where I'm supposed to be. Not, oh, I'm supposed to sneak past him, right? Like, isn't that... That's, like, weird to me. That's not what first... That's not what I think of when I think Final Fantasy. Is like, oh, obviously I'm supposed to Assassin's Creed past. Yeah. At this point, you probably would have used it a ton already, because there would have been so much stuff that would have smashed you. It's just so weird. I'm like, the game just kind of makes no sense to me in so many different ways. Like, we're just some random guy who was helping out the guard, and then they turned us into, like, part of the, like, we're the part of the ambassador for the other country. But then, like, the king is like, go fix this seal, because if you don't, we all die. So apparently he has a lot of faith in me that I'm strong enough to do it, but then on the quest I have to sneak past everything because I'm not strong enough. Like, it all just doesn't fit at all. Like, the storytelling's one thing, but just the whole theming of the game and how I'm supposed to feel playing this character, I just don't get it. Like, it's so out there to me. It's so anti-Final Fantasy. Like, Final Fantasy is one of the best series ever in terms of putting you in the character's shoes and, like, giving you a sense of what the character is supposed to be and what they do and their feelings and what they would do in certain circumstances. And really, like, connect with the characters. And I couldn't feel any less connected to who I am, what I'm supposed to be, what my power level is in relation to the world. It's just really bizarre. And I know, like, it's an MMO, and you're supposed to look at it differently, but it's Final Fantasy. There's things they could have done to make this feel a bit more, you know, like I'm this character in this world, and I attach to this character, and I understand my power level in relation to the other characters, and they could have done that. Like, it's not impossible for an MMO to do that. They could have done that. Anyways. I think... Yeah, I mean, and that's why I said before, like, I feel like Final Fantasy XIV is what they wanted to do with this game. But they spent a bit too much time making this game an MMO and not a Final Fantasy. Which is why a lot of people really like this game. Because if you are a fan of old-style MMOs, this is very old-style MMO, and it's very good at being that. But as a Final Fantasy fan who's playing this because it's Final Fantasy XI, you know, it's a much different feel. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try the glacier one more time, and then if I die again, then we'll just teleport there. Now that I know that they can put the high-level enemies in the same room as the low-level enemies, I'll be more careful this time and see if we can get through it. Alright, yeah, let's try this again. Don't be surprised if I found someone else by the time you come back. Yikes. Relatable. Yeah, you know, to reiterate for like the 1000th time, I think that a lot of the issues with this game is just the first release of the game, like the first Nations thing. Because from what I've heard, many people say that the DLC really does a lot to tackle a lot of these issues I'm talking about. But, you know, if you're someone that's watching this series and you're like, you know, oh my god, all you're doing is complaining about the first part of the game, but once you get to the DLC, it's great. Well, that's the way it goes. I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one. In fact, most people I talked to didn't even start the game because of how different and how bad the beginning felt. So, you know, it's not like I'm trying to punch down on the game or anything, but this is the experience that many people had when they started the game. And that's why the game doesn't have many players now. It didn't become Final Fantasy XIV. They didn't do enough to capture people with the start. By the time you get to the DLC, it's too late. So I think it's fair criticism. Just because the DLC is better doesn't mean I can't criticize the start of the game. Still don't have a map, guys. I think I have to go this way. But yeah, I don't mean to make any overarching claims like Final Fantasy XI is confirmed bad. I'm just giving my thoughts as I play, and my thoughts as I play are that the beginning of the game has a lot of problems. I think that's fair. And with a game like this, you need to start off strong. And I don't think it really starts off strong. I think, and you know, I'm playing the Super Speedrunners edition. As a kid, I never would have stayed, even with friends. I never would have stuck with this game this long. Just being honest, I never would have. There is absolutely no way I would have gotten 3 of my friends to join me to play this game every day for years just to get to this area with snow in it and the same enemies. Like, there's no way. There's just no actual way. There would have needed to be at least some kind of hook. Like, if we play this game for the next 2 years, we can beat a big dragon or something. Like, something. And this game's done nothing to hook me in that way. Like, oh, I can't wait till I'm strong enough to do X. You know what I mean? And that goes back to, like, that Final Fantasy XII enemy, where when you first walk in, there's that big T-Rex. And for the next 10, 15 hours, you're like, oh man, I can't wait till I'm strong enough to beat that T-Rex. There's nothing here like that. There's nothing where I'm like, oh man, I can't wait till I get another ability that does the same thing. Like, you know. I would say that the subclass was exciting. The subclass was exciting to get. When I heard about the subclass, I was like, okay, I'm excited to get up to a high enough level to where I can do the subclass. So that kept me going for a bit. But for the most part, that's kind of it. Northeast. This way. But, you know, having said that, I am still having fun. I'm still enjoying the game. I'm not at the point where I'm like, guys, I'm struggling. I'm more of just verbalizing my opinions. But I'm still enjoying it. Especially with some of these new abilities where I feel like I'm actually semi-useful. I don't mean to rag on the game and be like, guys, I wish I wasn't playing it or something. But I just want to air my criticisms. As a Final Fantasy fan, but not really an MMO fan, there's certain things that I get out of this game and certain things that I don't. I don't think so. I don't think I'm wishing the game was better. You know, something like Final Fantasy 15, The entire game, I was like, I wish they had done better. I wish they had done this better. I wish they had done this better. I don't feel that way with this game. I think they did the best they could. I think that the world they created, given this is their first MMO, and the game they made before this was 10, like, this has nothing that 10 has. It is, like, everything they had to make from scratch. The combat, the menus, the mechanic, like, everything is so incredibly unique. They had to make all of this from the complete ground up. I think they did a good job for what they were trying to do. They were trying to make an old-style MMO. They succeeded. Definitely. And that, I think that is fair to say, given all the people that have joined and been like, I've been playing this game since for 20 years or whatever, and I'm still playing it. I don't think it was a failure in any means. You know what I mean? I don't think this game was a failure by any stretch of the imagination. But I do think that as a Final Fantasy fan, I completely understand why 80% of the people I talk to, when I say, hey, have you tried 11? They say no. I mean, almost everyone I talk to when we do, like, hey, everyone list your favorite Final Fantasy games. Final Fantasy 11 is not in there. So, as a Final Fantasy fan, I think there's so much more they could have done to try to at least stick to their core audience and bring their core audience into a new style of game also. Because it could have been that this was the game to get a lot of Final Fantasy fans into MMOs. Instead, I feel like this is the game that got a lot of Final Fantasy fans to realize they don't like MMOs. Honestly, I honestly think that's the truth. I think that a lot of people realized MMOs weren't for them because of this game. And those that did were already MMO fans and just got into it, you know? You obviously have your outliers, but from what I've gathered from my community, I mean, just the sheer amount of people that commented on the first episode of this playthrough and said, see you in Final Fantasy 12, like, just goes to show, like, it was not hitting the correct audience. It was not hitting their core audience. Maybe that wasn't their plan. I mean, maybe their plan wasn't to hit their core audience. Maybe their plan was to try to reach a different audience and expand their horizons, not necessarily, you know, make a new Final Fantasy, which is a shame because that's what they called it. But I mean, 'cause I think that's maybe where my confusion is, because if their goal was to hit a different audience, then why call it Final Fantasy 11? Because a lot of people are going to be like, well, I've never played a Final Fantasy, so I'm not jumping in at 11, right? So they're trying to get a different audience. They should have called it something different. Not just to please Final Fantasy fans, but also to try to hit a different audience. You don't want to call it Final Fantasy 11. I mean, to me, that's yet another reason to call it Final Fantasy Online. Then people can be like, oh, I can get into the Final Fantasy series, you know, starting with this online entry. But to call it 11 makes it seem like, nope, this is for Final Fantasy fans. If you're an MMO fan and you've never played a Final Fantasy, go play RuneScape or World of Warcraft or whatever the heck was around back then. But if you're a Final Fantasy fan and you want to get in MMOs, this is the game for you. That's what that title tells me. So yeah, it's just really strange. And then, you know, on top of that, if we go with the whole, they weren't trying to make this good for Final Fantasy fans, they were trying to make this good for MMO fans, then obviously they switched gears with the DLCs, because the DLCs are much more story-based and have more story in them and feel more like a Final Fantasy game. So what, did they, like, change direction after that? I mean, what was their thought process? a Final Fantasy fan is going to play the extremely slow opening of this game for like 200 hours just to get to the DLC and start playing a game that resembles Final Fantasy? Like, no way. It's not that it's clunky and old. I'm not saying that... I still think this was a very good MMO when it came out. I'm talking about the sheer amount of hours you have to put into it to see anything Final Fantasy related. Like, just the slowness of it. Not the clunkiness of it. I think it's well made in terms of that. I know I'm playing a more updated version, so it's not exactly accurate, but I think it feels well made for an MMO that played on console. For an MMO that played on PS2, this blows my mind that it was even possible. But I'm talking like the character development, the ability development, the whole needing 3 party members to beat a rabbit outside the first town, like stuff like that, you know. The fact that without 3 friends, and even with 3 friends, you're going to be spending hours killing rabbits and worms outside the first town before you can do anything meaningful. Yeah, I think that's the biggest miss for me, is that they had a chance to switch the MMO formula a bit, because MMOs usually have more lore than they do character stories. But this was their chance to flip that on its head and be like, oh, we're going to make an MMO with character stories. We're going to make an MMO where your character starts off as a noob and becomes this really cool, dynamic, interesting character. So I think that's the biggest thing they missed out on, that they could have done. It's funny how much the battle music has kind of grown on me. It's so obnoxious with the way it starts and stops and starts and stops, but somehow through all that I still enjoy it. It's such a like stock sounding fight music. Somehow I still enjoy it. It must be the horn. Kinda never gets old. Alright. So, apparently these things one-shot me. Or maybe that's just a special enemy, actually. Because the Revenants are the regular. Okay, so that's just a special enemy. That just happened to be there, so let's just move away from him. This area is like a super maze. So... Oh, I do. Okay, I kind of do want to go past that ghost. Wait, do I? I don't even know where I'm going. Upon entering, head east, you will see 2 dolls. Okay, so I have to go to the arenas. I get it. All right. I think I see where I gotta go. So this way, I think. Which... I don't think... Can I move while doing this? Apparently I can. Let's see. They can hear me, so I don't know if this this will actually... Yeah. But as long as I didn't aggro the ghost, should be okay. Should be able to just fight right here. That's funny, because I'm not normally an MMO streamer. But anyways, welcome. Glad you're here. How's it going, Trev? How's it going, Nave? Drinking game. Drink every time Death checks his map and there's no map. Don't do that, you'll have a really bad time. Who are these people? Shadow? They look kind of terrifying. Boom! Big damage. Yeah, thank God for the check thing. Okay. We'll just be real careful, like. That's a dead end. We'll just be real careful, like. Sweet sword, by the way. Bit of a strange way to hold it. Whoa, I did 600 damage. Not bad for a snake boat. Getting some pretty nice experience from these guys. He's like, yeah, he's got him. No worries. The Shadow readies Dimensional Death. That doesn't sound good. He got blasted. Is Randgrith that move that keeps like exploding? That move's really cool looking. Let's heal for a second. And by heal I mean drink coffee. So serious. Why does this take so long to start healing me? Like, once it gets going, it's fine, but... Ozzy Dahaka has been seen in Eska Zita. I knew like one of those words. I think the Unity I joined is not English. Somebody said, good thing you're not doing the DLC because you'd have to pronounce some really weird stuff. Apparently the names get like really goofy. They're already super goofy. The DLC, apparently they're even worse. Yo, Zycros, how you doing? Also, just leave. Oh. I don't know if we'll eventually get stuck and have to go back, but I'm making good XP going this way. That's the tutorial NPC's name. Alright. We might have... Yeah. I think we reached the end of the road here. I can't fight those. Yeah, I saw your messages. Might be able to go this way. I think Graveyard Keeper is actually free on the PlayStation Pass right now. If I'm not mistaken. So if we end up playing it, we can play it through there, I think. Yo, Duracam, thank you so much for the 11 months, or 16 months. Welcome back, man. Thank you so much. I might be down. We, right after Final Fantasy XI, we're going to be playing, Escape Academy. We have 2 more rooms to escape, and we're going to give away 2 copies of that. And then, but depending on how long that takes, we should have time after that. So we'll see. I had another game in mind, but I can always play that Monday. Hey, how's it going, Omen? Okay, I think this is... nothing. I think this is nothing. But we're on the right track, I think. Nothing's killed us yet. That's good news. Also, Milk Truck with the $50 donation. Can I get some love in the chat for Milk Truck? Thank you so much, man. Don't mind me just dropping some 4-8 love from YouTube. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much. Oh, there's something in there. Is it just a drone? We gotta play this alert. Let's let these alerts play for a second. While we fight this drone. There it is. Thank you so much, Milk Truck. Uh-oh. Blow it up! It's okay, all my teammates spammed cure the second he exploded. Thank you. And you did a ton of damage to the red dragon, too. When we kill the red dragon, we'll breach the $400 mark on the charity bonus. We're at $390 right now, so... yes, I am exactly level 50. Okay. These things are fightable. What's the level cap? I do not know. I know it's above 100. 150 maybe? 200 maybe? Wait. What do you mean 50's cap at the moment? Wait, what? How is the cap 99? There's like a bunch of quests that are above 100. Unless you're supposed to do them under leveled or something. this? That's nothing. Okay, so the cap is 99, but your gear can go above 100. So basically, like, your job level is capped at 99. And that makes sense, because the job level doesn't really do a ton. I mean, it gives you stats and stuff, but it's mostly like the abilities and stuff, so you probably get your last ability at 99, then it just stays there, and then you just get better equipment after that. That makes sense. Or you can switch to another job and do it all over. But you'd have a strong subclass at least, so it would be quicker. It's crazy how much faster it was to level up my sub job. I got up to level 30 in one day. Whereas it took like weeks to get to 30 first time. Whack, whack. $800 damage. So wait. I'm capped at 50? Wait. How do I stop being capped at 50? I did not realize. Just get better. Why am I capped? That makes everything a waste. I need to do a quest called Limit Break 1? What the heck? Why? For what reason do you have to do that? What? Why? Could the game be any more frickin' tedious? Holy cow. And I'm sure it's like just a fetch quest for no reason too. It's not even like a test of your strength at level 50 to like unlock level 55. It's probably just go talk to this guy and then he's like, okay, you can be level 55 now. Well, in that case, screw exploring this area. Let's just skip to the end. I have no idea where I'm at. H8. How am I at H8? So I need to go east. Congratulations, you found me. Now you can be stronger. Oh, great. Another special enemy. This bat's gonna fight me. Wow, I can't wait to do that quest. I'm so excited. G in the chat. I mean, at the very least, I could say that, like, just going around and fighting stuff and leveling up is fun. But now I can't even do that. I have to go talk to some random guy to level up more. Like, that's awful, actually. I'm just gonna run, and if they chase me, that's fine, but I don't want to fight that golem. So apparently I'm full on items already. I bought this level 56 knife and I can't even get up to that high of a level to use them. Yep. I should have just walked past. There's no reason to fight these. Now everything just feels like a waste. I hate this. I can't even, like, switch jobs to level up my other job either. You a cop? Okay. This'll work. That did not work. Alright. That was weird, the music didn't start over. What was that? Sentient crap. Okay. Oh, great, I can't fight these. Isn't that the door I have to go through right there? Or can I go below? No, wait, I have to go around. I think. I have to go through there. Let's go in Cedric. I want to check that door. That might be the exit, though. Yeah. These things are spooking me. Great. I can't fight those either. This is a fun gameplay experience. I love this. I can't fight any enemies, and if I even if I do, I don't get anything out of it. You gotta be kidding me. So both areas are full of enemies I can't kill, but I just have to know that I can walk past the bats safely. Are we sure I can run past the bats safely? Because the bat earlier fought me. And I have to wait a minute and a half to use hide again. I'm trying to be patient. I really am. It's really testing my patience. I don't understand why I have to go through this just to get to a mission that's level 50. Like, this mission should be on my level. Well, then they're gonna kill me. 100%. What about the ghosts? Can I give this scroll of sneak to Farius and have him use it? I was going Pendragon. I mean, I guess I'm just dead. I mean, I guess I'm just dead. Thank you so much, Mavic, for the gifted sub. So I'm pretty sure I have to go through that door. Actually, I might be able to just sneak around. I think I have to go that way, though. Almost certain I have to go that way. What if I walk? I don't think walking is going to work. What the heck is these? Are these bats like part of a Skrillex album? Yo, Skrills, drop it hard. Ballerang. Great. Yeah, you guys just chill there. For those of you that have musical taste, that's a joke because there was a Skrillex album called Bangarang. Yeah, I had to. Only me and you got it, so. There was a joke. This is, a little spooky. Well, you said they aggro by sound. I'm not moving, so... Camera, please. I am literal Assassin's Creed. Great! Just great. Where am I even going? There? I'm gonna laugh when this isn't even where I'm supposed to go. Keep it cool, Cornelia. Okay, they're not aggroing. Because he definitely would have aggroed me there. Alright, I think this is the door. Making sure the bats aren't sneaking up on me or something. Okay. Oh my god, there's a crystal here. Good, because I'm probably going to die a horrible death. Well, I was getting mixed reports, because someone said they don't, someone said they do, and I had a bat aggro me earlier. But it was a lower leveled one. So there really wasn't any for sure if it was going to happen or not. So I was operating on the thought that they might. I would like to do the rank 5 mission. Current battlefield clear time, the records. Great. I really don't need to know the world record speed run of the battlefield. I mean I can't cast spells. I mean I can't cast spells. This is a cool song. What is this, a maze or something? What do you mean I can't cast spells? Oh god, bony sorcerers! Oh, great. Perfect, great. Awesome. Stun me the second I walk in. Why can't I Now I'm talking. Why can't I cast spells? Like, I understand trusts, but why can't I cast any spell? I'm confusion. Is this the fight? What is this? What is this and why? It's a battlefield, not a spell field, you goober. So what? I am so completely lost. What do you mean I can't cast spells? Can I not cast trusts? Or is there like an anti-spell field in that battlefield and you can't cast any spells? I can't once they... Oh, maybe they're on cooldown? No way, I was in that area forever. Let's just try again. See what happens. I'm confused.